giving up was an Olympic sport, I'd have at least 5 gold medals by now. But somehow I'm still here and I'm still showing up and I'm still fighting for my goals. Today I'm gonna share with you 3 things that help me keep pushing even though I felt like giving up. And honestly, like right now, I don't feel like doing anything, like nada. But I've got a few things that help me keep pushing in these hard moments. And look, I'm not gonna sit here and hit you with some motivational or glory nonsense. I'm gonna keep it short, no BS, and straight to the point.
Okay.
It may be too short, even. Anyways, number 1, remember why you started. This one might sound obvious, but it's actually one of the first things we really forgot about when life gets hard, when you're tired, overwhelmed, and things aren't going your way. That's when your why matters the most. So keep it close, write it down, say it out loud every day, remind yourself, because the stronger your reasons, the stronger your desire. So keep that in mind. Always stay connected with your reasons. Because like, as I said, when life get busy, like you will forget why you started in the first place. And your goals start to feel distant and even pointless. So keep your list of why with you and remind yourself daily with your mission and why you're doing this. And I promise you, that will motivate you every day to push through the hard times. And let's be real, sometimes you have to take it easy, and that doesn't mean you're giving up. You're just adjusting the plan based on what you've learned from your last experience to get better result in the next one. Which lead us to our next point, which is tracking progress and celebrating tiny wins. Yeah, let's be real. If you're not tracking anything, how are you gonna know if you're making any progress or you're making any changes in your life? So this one is essential. And I made that mistake. I didn't track anything. And I kind of felt lost because I didn't see the progress that I was making. So I started tracking, and I did it by like just sitting and filming myself for 5 minutes every day, just telling the things that I did in that day and what went right, what went wrong, and etc. And if you say that you don't have that much space on your phone, I think the pen and paper will do the work. You can also use Notion and Day One to journal and reflect on your day and the things that you're doing right now. This one helped me a lot to gather evidence that I'm doing some work, because every time I don't feel like it or my mind try to trick me, I just pull up these evidence to remind myself that I'm doing some progress and I'm making some changes. And also don't forget to celebrate the tiny wins you do when you hit the new goals or finish a new project. Celebrate it and reward yourself with some positive rewards and not with the bad ones. You know what I mean? Like, you don't reward yourself with some junk foods after a long run. That will really ruin all the progress you did. So don't do that. Think about something positive that you enjoy, maybe taking a warm bath or watching your favorite movie, or I don't know, doing any activity that you enjoy. Third one, this one kind of tricky because it can work for you and it can work against you at the same time. And it is the bad effect. What will happen if you don't do the same? You know, maybe it's just like that's something that works for me and maybe it may not work for you. You know what motivates me sometimes? Me just imagining how my life could be if I kept ghosting my goals. Really sit with that and imagine how your life is going to be if you kept ignoring the work, if you didn't work out, if you didn't do the thing. Just imagine how bad it will be. Live with these emotions. Just thinking about the consequences of ignoring the work and ignoring our goal. Like, I don't know, for me, like it sounds like a horror movie. So, and I know, like you might saying to yourself, aren't we supposed to focus on the positive things and ignore the negative and don't think about the consequences and all these bad stuff. I don't know. For me, I thought about it and I found that it just like kind of depends on how you react to these emotions. And it's not about the emotion itself, because like emotions are all equal for me, but how you react to them change maybe the outcome, let's say. So for example, in the past I used to get angry a lot, and I still get angry a lot. But what changed is how I reacted to them. In the past, I reacted to them in a way that really hurt the people around me, but now I try my best to use them as a fuel to do things that benefit me and benefit my goals. For example, these days when I get angry, I go for a walk, I work out, I maybe do some boxing, so something like will take that energy from me. And it's the same with like emotion that consider good. For example, like excitement. Okay, when you're so excited about something, you may take a decision very quickly without thinking about like the bad consequences of whatever it is, because you're so hyped up and you just want to do the thing. So you take that decision and you may regret it later because you didn't think about it enough. So it just like depends, as I said, to how you react to them. And if you're still watching, congrats, you've survived another motivational video without throwing your phone. And I know things might feel like they're falling apart, and maybe they are, but don't let mental breakdowns fool you. You're still making moves. I don't care what you're doing or what you're trying to do, just don't quit, or do quit on toxic people and things that don't serve you. So if you like this video, maybe hit like and subscribe. I will appreciate it. And tell me a tiny win you had this week.
It gets easier.
Huh?
Every day it gets a little easier.
Yeah?
But you gotta do it every day. That's the hard part. But it does get easier.
Okay.
I sleep in late, another day.